Okay, in the second video here, we're going to solve some more complicated inequalities. So what they're saying here is that we might have to combine like terms, we may have to use a distributive property, and we're going to have to simplify an expression first before we can actually solve it. So let's do this bottom one here as our first example. Okay, so what you should notice that's happening is we have -4 is being multiplied to both of these. Okay, there's really two ways that you can tackle this. You can go ahead and do the rainbow math. So we'll do that first. So -4 times 2 is -8. -4 times this -x is going to give me a +4x. Nothing happens over here. It's just less than equal to 8. Okay, the inverse operation is to add 8 to both sides. We did that, so these will cancel out. We have a +4x is less than equal to 16. We need to divide by 4 on both sides, and we're left with x is less than equal to 4. Okay, that's one way to solve it. This one is pretty easy to solve by doing another method, and here's what we could do. Okay, it's saying -4 times this whole entire thing. Well, if I divided this whole entire thing by -4, these will cancel out. Okay, and I do the same thing to this side. I divide this by -4. Okay, so it's going to end up changing the way it looks here. So we have 2 minus x, and on this side we have a -2. Okay, something that's going to happen here is that we're going to have to, we're going to have to flip the inequality. Okay, so from here we can say we could do -2, -2, cancel those 2's out. We get -x is greater than equal to -4. But if you notice our variable is negative, so we'd have to multiply both sides by -1 to make it positive. Multiply by -1. So we're left with x. On the right side we're left with 4. And then notice, because we multiply both sides by negative again, our inequality is going to get flipped back one more time. So really, it depends on how you look at this problem to decide on how you want to actually tackle it. Okay, this is a nice one. We've worked on quite a few of these with fractions. Don't like to work with fractions if we don't have to. So guys, what's the strategy here? And your response should have been, find a common denominator. If we can get everything to have a common denominator, it's going to be a lot easier. So what you should see is that the common denominator here would be 6. Okay, so it's going to be 4/6 f times f plus 3/6 is greater than 2/6. Okay, now that we have the common denominator all the way across, all we need to do is focus on just the top part. Forget about the denominator right now. Take that top portion and rewrite it, then solve it. So we're going to subtract 3 on both sides. We're left with 4f is greater than -1. And then we'll divide both sides by 4. These cancel out, and you can leave this. We have f is greater than -1/4. Let's look at the next one to see which one of these two that we'll choose to do. Yeah, let's work on this slide. So, hey, we have something going on here, guys. I think from the last example we just did, you should be able to solve that one. Common denominator to solve this one would be 8. So this is the only one you have to change, and then focus on just the top. So let's get rid of that guy. We're not going to work on that. Okay, this one's going to take multiple steps to solve it. Multiply by 2. 2 times x, 2 times 4. So 3 plus 2x, that's the first part, plus 8, that's that second part, is greater than 3. So one thing that I noticed is that I have like terms that are on the same side. I have a plus 8 and then a plus 3. I can simplify those two first before I solve it, or you can choose to bring them both over at separate times. Either way, it's going to work out. I'm going to choose to combine these first. So I would get 11 plus 2x is greater than 3. I have to subtract 11 on both sides. Okay, those will cancel out. And I have 2x is greater than negative 8. Divide both sides by 2. Divide by 2. Divide by 2. And I get x is greater than negative 4.